What's up, sports fans? This is the Playbook. I'm your host, Rob Planner. I'm with my boy Joe, as always. Joe.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
So this is the Playbook under the Sports Opinions Podcast umbrella. So as we explained to you last episode, me and Joe are brand new at it. Apparently there was a lot of uhs, and I think I just did it right there. But it's the preseason.
There were a lot of them.
Yeah. We are in the preseason. It's not even week one yet. So Colton Gesser, need you to just relax. We know you got your little podcast over there. We know we rookies. I'm Kyler.
You keep that podcast all the way over there, okay?
I'm a little Kyler Murray. Joe's a little Daniel Jones. It might be rough first couple weeks. Joe might not even start, but we're gonna get it together.
Probably not. Shouldn't start.
So, all right. So the plan for today's podcast. I apologize that if you listen to Quest of Dose, Alex is much more organized than me and Joe are. But guess what? We have more fun over here. I would argue that this is going to be the most fun show on Sports Opinions, like under the Sports Opinions podcast umbrella, because Joe, we got Colton beat. We know that. So that's
110%.
Got Colton beat. Colton shot.
Colton, get out of here.
David's there, but he's not the best quester, so that's gone. You don't even have.
I'm gonna point out and say he's carried by the best quester.
He is. David is very much carried by.
Just kidding.
Yeah. No,
we're dummy trash.
Yes. Alex doesn't really. He's done something real cool with this. It's fun. Me and Joe just get on here, talk a little football with you guys. So we're trying not to talk for an hour. We recorded this a second ago and the computer messed up, but that's besides the point. We're here now and we're back and we're better. This is the fourth time we tried to record a show. We've done it successfully twice. So,
once, bro. This is the second time.
So look, all jokes aside, though, Alex, we appreciate you letting us come on. Doing your thing. You've been doing this for so long. You're one of our best friends. You're like a big brother to us. We really appreciate giving us the opportunity to just get on here and just talk about stuff that we do every day. Literally can't, wake up on Instagram, see football, talk about it in group chats. It's just cool to be able to just do something like this. And, I can do this every week easy. I was pumped to do this show. So, I mean, let's just, without further ado, let's get into it. The Playbook, week 2. So, week 2 for us, second show number 2. So anyway, look, so we're talking about the Seahawks. Seahawks, week 4 of the preseason, played the Raiders. And I'm just going to go over a couple things, a couple notes that I took when I was watching the game. Watched a decent amount of it. So Geno looked good. Geno he was out. It was either, a lot of single back. He was understanding a lot of single back, or he was spread out, that Seahawks spread, pistol offense kind of thing. Not too much pistol with him, but definitely, and he was in the gun a decent amount. And he looked good. I mean, he was making pre-snap reads. He was getting the ball out quick. He showed off his arm strength. He had 2 deep balls. He had a touchdown pass. Geno looked good. Not what we're used to seeing, right, Joe?
Right. Sorry, there's a dude revving a motorcycle outside of my house, so I muted my mic.
I couldn't hear it. So okay. I got you. But yeah, not New York Jets Geno for sure. That definitely wasn't what we were seeing with that. Joe, you want to add anything on Geno's ability to play quarterback in the NFL? Apparently,
yeah, his reads. He went through his reads a lot easier. You saw him take a lot more deep shots. That one touchdown he threw, I don't know who he threw it to, but it was a great touchdown. Other than that, I'm really curious to see what Seattle does with Jadeveon Clowney. How much he's going to play?
Yep, and just to talk about the Clowney thing. So, the Seahawks defense looked really good. Again, I mean, take it for granted. These guys, half of them didn't even make the team. They probably got cut shortly after the game. But they're letting these guys play. It's you gotta week 4. You gotta put more in. You gotta see who's actually be able to run the defenses you're going to be running if your guys get hurt. So the Seahawks, they run a 4-3 mostly, but it was very multiple. They were running DBs on, running linebackers off, running linemen off, kind of showing like a 3-4 look with faster guys in. So it was interesting to see, see some preseason football that kind of was meaningful just because, these are things that you're going to see in the season with their starters. But just to talk about the whole Clowney situation, He's gonna play. He'll probably be a package starter. I was explaining to Joe before, but he's got to play. Like Joe, you made a point about him being a guy who he demands attention. You're a guy who you can't just ignore. Clowney he can be lazy sometimes.
It's not even that he demands attention. It's that he's such a freak athlete. If you're a coach, you're stupid if you don't just put him in, say, rush the passer on this play. That's all. It's your only job. And then package him in on pass plays, stuff like that.
Exactly. He's just one of those guys who, worst case scenario, let's say he can't pick up the playbook or it's too complicated for him. You literally just throw him in there, third and long. You tell him,
one job.
Yep, exactly. Go
tackle
get him.
The quarterback before the ball leaves his hands.
So, he should be fine. He should be fine. I mean, whenever you have a guy who's that much of a freak, he's gonna show up somewhere. He might not show up in the stat sheet with 4 sacks or whatever, because that has a lot to do with, understanding certain concepts and stuff like that. But he'll be fine. He'll come in. He's somebody that the Bengals are going to have to prepare for, and just might as well talk about it now. So they play the Bengals week 1, and the way I think it'll translate to is, I think, for one, Russell Wilson will have a huge game. I mean, this spread offense, he'll be rolling out of pocket. He'll be getting 5 yards. He'll be throwing the ball, 7-8 yards. He'll get his deep shots because they'll start cheating up when Chris Carson, has a nice little run there. The Seahawks offense is honest. I think I wouldn't say loaded, but Russell is going to do the best with what he has at all times. I mean, he's a Pro Bowler. He's a true, he's a superstar. I mean, he got paid this summer, so he's one of those guys who deserves every dime because he makes the best out of every situation you can put him in, and he makes everybody around him better. But I just think that offense is if Geno can do it, and I guess granted, 4th, 5th stringers guys will get cut, Russ is going to have a game. If fantasy wise, I'm going with him. If he's your starter, you're going to be well off because the Bengals don't have a lot for him. The only other thing I see happening with that game is the Bengals with Mixon. Love Joe Mixon. I think he'll have a solid game. I don't think much else. I mean, me and Joe were previously talking about Tyler Boyd, possibility that Dalton and Boyd have a little something going, but I think it's going to be a big offense today for the Seahawks. They're just going to – it should blow up. That should be a blowout.
And
Joe, you want to add? Yeah.
The thing that I like about week 1, and I said this earlier, but it didn't count because the recording got messed up, is when you have an easy week 1 game, not saying that this is a professional football team, Cincy's great team, I bet, but compared to the other teams in the league, they're not as good. Whenever you're going against a team like that and you should beat them, you get to figure out where your holes are, because maybe Russell Wilson doesn't throw for as much because Tyler Lockett's their only receiver, lost Doug Baldwin. Maybe you get to I think they picked up Ja'Kai Polite. We talked about him last week. Jets cut him a lot of fines. And you'll see more of Clowney, even though he may not know the system. It's just when you're playing with a lead, if they get a lead, you could experiment more with them and help them learn faster.
Yep. So yeah, I think that's the game that I'm looking at. Just thinking that a lot of the preseason stuff's going to translate because it's week 4 and we got to get ready to play real football. So I mean, these guys they're getting looks like everybody else. So just moving on from that, Joe, I think we're going to go into our picks for the week. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pick every game. Joe, Joe pick a team. I'll pick a team. Might match up, might not. I'll probably be right more than Joe. Joe honestly might be right more than me. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Listen, you got Madden now. I retired from Madden. I'm getting these picks.
Joe has see, that's the thing. I play way too much Madden. Shout out Alex for getting Larry Ridley on the show. Really appreciate listening to that. But yeah, I play way too much Madden. So Joe actually might have more. I think about teams in a Madden sense more than But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because Joe, I'm telling you, bro. Like let's look at it. Let's look at the game right here. I'll tell you right now. Okay, Tennessee and the Browns probably not gonna. Okay, Cardinals.
Let's take it in order.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take it in order. We'll start from Thursday. See, now this is a situation, Joe, where if we're playing Madden and I have the Packers, I'm going to beat the Bears. But the situation, if we're not playing Madden here, Aaron Rodgers isn't going to throw for 500 because I'm going to run the same play and the same formation, and I'm always going to break the defense with the same exact play. But Joe, what's going to happen here is Khalil Mack's going to have 3.5 sacks. He's going to have 3 TFLs and
a forced fumble, a touchdown, and an interception. He's redoing what he did last year.
Exactly.
In case you forgot what he did.
He's going to show us why he's Khalil Mack. And they're going to win. So I got the Bears, Joe. I got the Bears on Thursday. Joe, we got to write this down, though. We're going to forget about it.
No, I already have mine written down. I have them circled and everything. I got Bears.
Yeah. Joe, I'm going off the dome.
Aaron Rodgers is getting hurt. You want me to pick up this segment because I have them all written down in order?
I mean, yeah, Joe. Go. I mean, all right. So this is what we'll do. We'll turn this over to Joe. We'll. I don't think Alex can edit it, so we can't cue music for the next segment. That would be pretty cool, though. We got to talk to him about that. But Joe, you can take this over, Joe. So go ahead. Just do you. How you want to handle that?
Okay, so after the Thursday night game, we both picked the Bears. Okay, then we go into the Sunday games, 1:00. First one scheduled that I have is Redskins, Eagles. What do you think?
Skins, Eagles, Joe. So, I mean, all right, so you think Mike will listen to this? What do you think the chances are of Mike listening to this? If Mike listens to this, Mike,
3%. 3%, but if we tell him that we spent the most time talking about the Eagles, then it goes up to 110%.
If we do this, what we'll do. We'll say it, and we'll be like, we'll mention him in the group and be like, Mike, you should listen to the podcast. Mike, if you listen to this, I'll give you. I don't know. What do you want to do? I'll give you $5. Mike, you get a free $5 because
I will pay no one to listen to us be bad. I will pay nobody.
Look,
I wouldn't.
Joe, if Mike makes it this far and Mike hears this pick, here's me picking the Eagles, then I will give him $5. So I'm picking the Eagles, Joe. I'm taking the Eagles. Redskins, Jordan Reed's cool. Dwayne Haskins develops like a god in Madden, but
he's not starting.
Eagles, it's Eagles win. Yeah, the teams.
I couldn't agree more.
Very good football.
It's going to be a blowout, even though I do think the Redskins are going to be a really good team. It's just the Eagles are my favorite to go to the NFC Championship. I think it's just going to be too much. Love the Redskins. They did a lot with a lot of people hurt last year, but unfortunately, you're playing a very good team. Next up.
And all right, Joe.
Jets, Bills. Bills at the Jets. I got the Jets. This isn't a fan bias. I'm going to try and be as less of a fan as possible on this show. But who's Josh Allen throwing to? Let's be honest. Cole Beasley?
It's and then on top of that, we're even with the Jets hurt in the secondary. This is a team I feel very comfortable with. This,
No, we're not hurt anymore. True is going to play.
But Joe.
Because
You know how the Jets are reporting, injuries, bro. Because we thought Crowder was going to be gone for like half the season. The way they were talking about his hamstring, and then you see a play of him running middle of the field wide open, scores a touchdown, takes top off the defense kind of thing. So you never know how these reports come out with.
What a lot of teams like to do is they like to say, "Oh, he's questionable. Oh, he might not play," because then the Bills are going to have to prepare if he plays and if he doesn't play, and that takes time.
Yeah. So I like the Jets here. I think Jets gonna be comfortable.
Drew's playing. It's gonna be. We're gonna win by a lot, or not a lot. We're gonna win by 2 possessions at least.
Yeah. All right, Joe.
Sorry, Josh. On to the next one. Falcons, Vikings. This is gonna be a good one. Falcons are at the Vikings. I got the Vikings.
You know what, Joe? I think this is the first one we're gonna be on different sides. I like Matty Ice. Here. I think,
dude, and this was really hard. This was really hard for me until I figured, how's that Falcons defense looking?
Yeah,
you could completely disagree with me. I just think you got Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, Dalvin Cook healthy at running back, and it's not prime time, so Kirk Cousins could win this game.
I think. The biggest thing with the Falcons is Neal's back. That's the one thing that really stands out to me about their defense. He was out all last year. He's a stud at safety, but that's not enough. That's not enough. And like you said, that offense is ridiculous. They got pieces everywhere. But I think it'll be a good game. I think it's gonna be one of those games where the reason I pick him is just because Julio is insane. He's still top 5 in anybody's list, whatever you want. He's top 5 easily, top 5 receiver. And I think this will be a year where he kind of gets back to what he, kind of. I mean, he wasn't bad last
Catching
year.
touchdowns. I know what you mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Catching touchdowns because the guy doesn't do that anymore.
He didn't do it at all last year. I mean, he was waste fantasy wise.
3 maybe. I had him. I have him on fantasy the last 4 or 5 years. He's always been my number 1 pick because I miss out on the running backs, and he gets me yards, but no touchdowns.
Yeah. So, all right, Joe's got the Vikings. I got the Falcons. Let's keep it going.
And that's another one where I was very conflicted. It's going to be a close game. It's like a toss-up.
Gotcha.
Moving on. Ravens at Dolphins. I think we both agree here. Ravens are going to destroy the Dolphins. On to the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there we go.
Chiefs Jags. I think this is an interesting matchup.
Interesting, but Joe, you know how I am with Patrick Mahomes. First off,
I'm the same way. I love the guy.
He's on my fantasy
They're
team.
going to win, but I don't think it's going to be as dominant as people think.
No, it's going to be a close game. Jalen Ramsey's not. Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey. That defense is, AJ, Miles, Miles Jack. There's a lot. I mean, Yannick Ngakoue is insane. Clyde Campbell, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. Patrick Mahomes is not going to be dropped back and throw for an 80-yard touchdown to Tariq Hill. Like Jalen Ramsey said, he return specialist. Like that. Jalen Ramsey can back it up. Tariq Hill could burn him, but it's gonna be a good matchup. Tariq Hill's not gonna have 200 yards receiving, 150. He don't even have 150 plus. If Jalen Ramsey's going to shadow him, and I will say Tyreek Hill will not have over 120 yards. He might have 100 yards, but he's not going to have. It won't be this crazy game. Like it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good game.
See, you're talking about Jacksonville defense, right? I'm going to switch the focus to the offense. New quarterback Nick Foles, RPO system, Leonard Fournette healthy hammy, D.D. Westbrook had a solid preseason. I think they still need a true number 1 receiver, but I think this game's going to be a lot closer. And then the focus shifts to the Chiefs now. Okay, how's that defense going to be? They didn't have that very good of a defense last year. Let's be honest.
Yeah, honestly, what have they done to get it better? There's
Tyrann Mathieu.
That's Tyrann Mathieu, and then. Darren Lee, is that a move that's gonna make a difference? They have because Frank Clark, Clark, they traded.
Also they also lost D Ford.
Yep, exactly. So so
it's a trade off.
Exactly. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Sorensen, he's still gonna be there. He's still playing. He's solid. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Should be a good game, but I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah. So on to the next one. Titans Browns. I got the Browns.
Yeah. Titans Browns. Just keep it pushing, bro. Joe. That's.
We're gonna go back to this game though. Okay. This is just for the.
we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
No. Because I'm going to talk about it in the parlay. In the betting part.
Sounds good.
Okay. So we both agree with the Browns. Then we got Rams Panthers. I think we both agree that Panthers don't have an established number 1 receiver besides Christian McCaffrey.
It's
McCaffrey.
That's an issue. My prediction is McCaffrey's hurt by week 8. He's going to get so much of a load on him, and he's not like he's a solid dude. Dude's huge. But I don't. Nah, I got the Rams.
I don't think he's going to get hurt. And if you look at his injury history, he's missed 1 game his entire career. That's high school, college, and NFL combined.
Really? I had no idea.
He only missed 1 game. I don't think him getting hurt is going to be the issue here. I think it's going to be them not being able to throw the ball unless it's to Christian McCaffrey. I do like Moore, their rookie receiver. It's just I think he's too short to be a number 1. But, hey, he could prove me wrong. I hope he does. They're going against the Rams, who are very solid on defense. I think we should be worried for Cam Newton's health in this game.
Yeah, that's going to be protecting Cam.
I don't think the Rams have to put up that many points, and they can put up that many points and still win.
It's just because that Rams defense is so filthy. It is not fair. It's not fair. That defense. And
we also can't undersell the Panthers defense is really good, but they're not Aaron Donald.
No. Yeah, I mean, you got Action Jackson over there on the but it's not. Yeah, no.
They got dogs.
The Rams have anything you could want in the defense. They have. I mean, they're aging in the secondary, kinda,
but they're still good.
They're still good. They're still so good. That defense is. I mean, them and the Bears. It is unfair how good these defenses are. Like, it just makes absolutely no sense. But I got the Rams. I got the Rams.
Joe. Oh yeah, so do I. So we agree. We already talked about this one, Bengals Seahawks. I think the Bengals are going to put up more of a fight than I think most people are expecting, but I still think Seattle gets with a exceptionally well victory. So they're going to win by more than one touchdown. We agree?
Yep. I think this will be a at least two possession game.
Hard fought. The game will be closer than the score.
Yep.
All right, on to the next one. Colts Chargers. I got the Colts.
Yeah. Let's see. You know what, Joe? This is one where I want to go on the Brissett train with you, but I'm not. I'm taking Phil. I'll take Phil. And I mean, I know they're injured. Melvin Gordon's doing his thing, or he's not. Well, he's not doing his thing. Basically, they just can't get out of their own way.
Let's not undersell Austin Eckler here either. Austin Eckler is a great running back. Okay,
but like David and Alex were talking about, it's one of those situations where. Like, James Conner's good, but he's not Le'Veon.
Yeah,
Eckler's good, but he's not Melvin Gordon. So I mean, and that speaks to that situation perfectly. I mean, but they're going to be good though. Joe, they're going to be good. They still have Keenan Allen. The Derwin James loss hurts, but you got Joey Bosa. You know, I got the Chargers. I mean, the Colts they're a good team, but they're a good team when 12's there. 12's not. So that's
agree to disagree. I'll go back to that one when I talk about the parlay, 'cause that's another one that's part of it. Next we got 49ers Bucks. I think the 49ers are really good, and I didn't circle a team to win this because Bruce Arians is a really good coach.
He is.
So I'm gonna ask for what you think, who you think's gonna win, and then I got
Jimmy G. I'm going with Jimmy G. George Kittle. My barber is a 49ers fan. He's always talking about he's a delusional 49ers fan. But Jimmy G is really what he, was what we saw from him, and he can stay on the field, which I'm sure he will. 49ers. And, I mean, the 49ers will win over 8 games this year. I'm going with 49ers. Absolutely.
Yeah,
and I think you could, yes. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
I think you could bet on the 49ers to double their win total.
Easily.
From last year.
Easily.
So you know what? I'm going to agree. I'm going to say 49ers win, but I think it's going to be really close.
All right, Joe. What's the next one?
Giants Cowboys.
Yep. That's what
we are going to make everybody angry at this one. Cowboys are going to blow them out onto the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
Because Zeke is going to play.
Yeah.
Saquon might have 190 yards rushing.
That would be nice.
That would be the only 190 yards they gain, besides 35 yards from Eli Manning throwing to Golden Tate. But hey, you never know. It's a divisional matchup.
If Saquon has 150 plus and scores 2 touchdowns for me, I'll be happy. Just make me some money in fantasy. That's all I'm worried about. Cowboys big time. Now, the Cowboys defense, it's not going to be that easy. Leighton is ridiculous. He's as good as Doppel wants to make him out to be.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah, and
Van Der Esch.
And Byron Jones is as good as Doppel wants to make him out to be. They're the real deal. They're the real deal. They just extended what's school? He's the linebacker. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just read it. It was like 2 days ago. Or was it yesterday?
I mean, they paid him what he paid, like maybe like 50 or 60 or some mil. Like they're good. The defense is solid. They're gonna play. They're gonna play that Cowboys. That 4-3. They're gonna stay in it. And Leighton's gonna fill the hole, and you're gonna feel it every time. So. Yeah, Cowboys.
And on offense, you have Amari Cooper, and Zeke is going to play. He just landed
Zeke will be back
from Cabo. In the Dallas facility. He's going to play.
So we're
on to the next
Cowboys.
one. Sorry,
Cowboys
Giants fans. You guys are going to be and a lot this year. Lions Cards. What do you got?
Lions cards. You know what? Murray train. I'm going with the Murray train. You know what? I doubted Jalen Hurts, and then he goes and scores 6 total touchdowns. So Kyler Murray is,
That's a college game.
Yeah, Joe. But guess what, though? This guy Kyler Murray he's gonna shock some people. I think he's gonna come out. And be like Russell Wilson. I think he's gonna come out. That him and Cliff are gonna get in that offense, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's gonna be a beautiful thing.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'm going to
stop you right there. Look at who's the head coach of the Detroit Lions. Patricia.
Yes.
He's a New England head coach.
That's cool.
And hold on. What does New England do better to any other quarterback in the league? Young quarterbacks, they eat them alive.
Yeah.
And they're going to do that to Kyler Murray.
Except when Sam Darnold scored 40 plus on him on Monday night, start of last year. But it's cool.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, all right. So we'll see. I got the cards, Joe. I got the cards.
Well, don't forget, Sam Darnold is going to be a Hall of Famer. So let's dial it down there. Okay?
Joe, this guy 10 years in Madden is a superstar dev. I mean, it's a good situation. It's a good situation.
And Madden loves to suck any quarterback that could run. Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield.
He also has But all right, so there's another one.
So another one. Agree to disagree. I got Lions. You got cards.
Yes, sir.
All right, so now we move on to the Sunday night game. Pittsburgh, New England. I got Pittsburgh. What do you think?
Yeah, I got the Steelers. I mean, I can't. Colton's annoying. My dad's a delusional Steelers fan, but
We're
this team's
delusional
good.
Fans.
Of course. But this team's good. Devin Bush is going to be a stud. T.J. Watt's a stud already. Joe Hayden's playing good. We talked about them a lot the last. I mean, as much as I don't hate to say it. I really do like the Steelers as an organization, but I just hate when fans are just so losing
into victory
is like that because they just have no clue what it feels like. They're like, oh, we'll be fine. Well, and honestly, it's kind of annoying though because they draft so well. The Steelers draft so well. Even Edmonds. He's gonna be Terrell. He's gonna be good. He's gonna be a stud. He's gonna be it's crazy. The Steelers are gonna be fine. They'll win.
They didn't leave.
Yep,
but the reason I'm gonna side with Pittsburgh is because, and I'm a big I support historical matchups, right? And if you go back into the history, Pittsburgh has just dominated New England. New England has a 28-30% win percentage against Pittsburgh throughout the entire history of the NFL, and I just think that continues. It's their kryptonite. They can't beat the Steelers.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, and I mean it's always a good game. It's funny. Juju, he flips the bird on the kid who's wearing a Brady jersey. It's it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Exactly. And that's something where Juju's we see stuff like that and you get what it is. There's always that little extra when it comes to Patriots. I guarantee Brady probably didn't talk to Juju too long or whatever. It's probably something like that, So it's a good game. It's a great game to be on Sunday night.
Oh yeah, great game for Sunday night. Defending Super Bowl champs is a great rivalry, and two historic franchise that have fans born into winning. So someone is going to lose. I think it's New England, but we say this every year.
Yeah, and we gotta try to find a way to just go to Colton and know him knowing that we picked them, but we still have to make him so mad every time that we have to watch this game with Colton. We just got to figure it out. We just have to go to Colton, watch it with him, and just get him so angry, even though we know
so bad about himself.
Exactly.
Lakers fan, Steelers fan. Pick
a
losing franchise.
Yeah. So, all right, Joe.
All right. So now we move on. There are 2 Monday night games this week.
Yep.
We got Texans Saints. I got the Saints.
Yeah, and Joe, what's the see, this is I'll do it. What's the spread? What's the spread of this game? I'm looking at trying to find it.
Didn't look it up. I can look it up if you give me some time.
Yeah, I got it. I'm trying to. Okay, 7. The Saints. They're giving Houston 7. So, yeah, no, I'm taking that. I'll take the spread on that. Yeah, I think this game will be nowhere near close.
Deshaun Watson, great quarterback. But on the other hand, the Texans just decided to remake their entire team over the past week.
They're playing. They're playing.
Everyone's going to be confused.
Yeah, it's early. It's a team. The Texans are one of those teams where, Joe, I say first half they win. Let's see what they win. They go 4-4. I say they go 4-4 up the half, somewhere in there. Win around 3-4 games maybe, and then after that they pick it up. They really start to figure it out. Everybody stays healthy and they'll be good because they got Duke Johnson, but no, I mean,
and they got Kenny Stills.
Yeah, exactly, and Tunzel's good too. Obviously, he's a stud, but losing Lamar Miller hurts. That hurts a little bit. He's somebody who used to. Yeah, he's a pro. He's a true pro, but yeah, no, they're gonna be a good team though. The Hopkins again. He's at the Hopkins. If you are not, do not watch football. If you, and you do not watch football, if you don't say DeAndre Hopkins is top 3, if not the best receiver in the league right now, honestly. But yeah, so good game, but no, Saints are gonna cover. They're gonna cover that 7 easy.
Oh yeah. Final game. Broncos Raiders. I got the Broncos.
Yeah, that's another one we talked about before. I got going Denver too. I just think Bradley Chubb, Von Miller is still very good. I mean, maybe he's probably got this year and next year to be really good. He's going to start kind of getting old, regressing. Wouldn't be surprised if there was an injury there. Don't want to see it. One of my favorite players in the league, but that team, the Broncos they're gonna get after Carr. AB's gonna get frustrated. He might have a decent game. But I just don't see it. I don't see it from this Raiders team, honestly. Hunter Renfro's good. I think Hunter Renfro will be good.
I like Renfro. He doesn't look like an athlete, but he is an athlete.
Not at all. Oh, he's disgusting. He's absolutely. I mean, the best routes. He
looks like
perfect
pudding.
Slot receiver.
If you take the pads off, he looks like pudding.
But he is the ideal slot receiver. He will catch everything. He will run a perfect route. He has enough speed where he can kind of find that hole in a cover, in a cover 2, run up the middle, cover 3, he'll run the post for you. And I mean, he'll get crazy body control. This guy's a freak. He's prototypical slot receiver.
Oh yeah. Give him a year and then an off season so he could harden that pudding that he has all around his body, that pudding casing that he has all around his body. And then we were talking about a top 5 slot receiver in the league.
Yeah, easily. I think him and honestly, Joe, and him and Andy Isabella. I think they're going to really surprise a lot of people. Those are 2 names.
Like Isabella. He's nice.
2 names to watch out for. But
I think the story is going to be the Broncos offense. I think Joe Flacco, Emmanuel Sanders, Noah Fant. If you take out the N in his name and add a T, add an R, it's Noah Fart, and he's going to be amazing. Who's their running back?
Philip Lindsay.
Oh, Philip Lindsay. Philip Lindsay, I have him in fantasy, dude. And he's another one. He's like an Austin Eckler situation. He's really, really,
and he's good. He's not like he's Lindsay's a freak. Lindsay's like one of those guys who he's patient, but once he gets that 4th step and he's past, like once he gets to the 2nd level, it's not even past the 2nd level. Once he's in the linebacker's face, he can literally just take an angle that you can't catch him. Like he's so.
What? Actually, chalk it up. Not a close game. Denver's going to blow him out. I don't care if it's a divisional game. Let's talk about the parlays.
All right, Joe. So what do you got?
All right. So what I did was I split it into 2 different sets of parlays. So the first one is going to be kind of like your safe parlay. Okay. I'll substitute a team or 2. Okay, so your safe parlay that you could definitely bet on. Maybe I didn't put the Saints, but maybe add the Saints if you want. It's a 4-team parlay, a little risky 4 teams, but I think this is gonna hit. Green Bay and Chicago. The under is 46.5 points. Do we think Chicago's gonna put up 20 points? I think they put up 20 at the most, 21 maybe exactly. 23, and they're gonna win. So Green Bay is going to be held to under that. I think 14 points maybe from Green Bay.
Yeah, there's just Adams and Rodgers. It could hit or miss with that.
And
so
that's the riskiest bet in this parlay. Okay, that taking the under in that game is the riskiest thing. Okay, and then we got Baltimore versus Miami. The spread is 7.5 points. I'm taking Baltimore. Because Miami doesn't have a team right now.
Yeah, they're in shambles, to say the least. Not a rebuild, not shambles, very much rebuilding. But yeah.
And before we continue, me and Rob are not responsible for anything you do with your money. Please don't blame us if you waste all your money, because that's what we do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good little disclaimer there, Joe.
Then I got Washington and Philly. Take Philly on a money line.
Okay.
We talked about
All right,
it earlier. They're gonna win.
I like that. They're gonna win, but money line.
And the Jets are only -3.
Oh.
If you think you take Le'Veon Bell, you pick up C.J. Mosley and sign him to an $80 million deal, and you come out and beat the Buffalo Bills by 3 points, that's an improvement. The Jets are going to come out and blow them out. They're going to win by 17 points, okay? No, they're at least going to win by a touchdown.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, it's over 3. 3 is 3.
So these four bets, as of right now, the lines might change. $10 gets you around $85. Okay? It's a small little increase, but if you're a college kid, you want to buy more ramen, take it. Take the bet. I'm not responsible for what you do with the money, though. Don't blame me if it loses. If Green Bay comes out and puts up 45 points against Chicago, don't blame me.
See, that's – I mean, I don't see it happening. Like, it's taking under in the Bears. It makes sense. Eagles money line, they're going to win.
Yeah, and if you're feeling like not even risky, you could throw in New Orleans covering the spread and increase that payout. But then you got 5 teams and 5 games. Maybe substitute New Orleans for the Green Bay game, whatever you want to do with that. Now, these are picks that I feel really adamant about, but they're really risky. And once again, we're not responsible for what you do with your money. But this 3 to 4 team parlay, I think if it hits, and it could hit, it could. The history is there, okay? And a lot of betting goes to history, okay? First, and this is why I said we get back to it, is Tennessee versus Cleveland. Take Tennessee in money line. They're underdogs, okay? We have a whole new team in Cleveland. Baker's throwing in a new receiver, a new defense that might not have their stuff together yet, okay? And we're playing full-speed football now against a team that was 1 win away from making the playoffs last year.
Wow, this
Cleveland was 2 games away.
So
Tennessee
Joe,
could upset them. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I pick Cleveland, but if you're feeling lucky, this parlay is for if you're feeling a little lucky.
Yeah.
Bet against Cleveland. Okay? But we can sub it out. I'm going to go over that later. Okay? Next is take Pittsburgh over New England. Me and Rob talked about this, and we actually agree.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh historically dominates New England in the regular season. If it wasn't for a BS drop call, they would have won 2 years ago against them. Was it 2 years? Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. 1 last year.
Next, Denver is currently the underdog in Oakland.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Take those 3 teams, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, Denver, money line, $10 gets you $178.
Oh, and that's all. Well, that's the Titans game. That's what's
now. If you're feeling even a little more lucky, okay, add Indy into the mix. If you think they're going to win, $10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 teams. $10 gets you $620.
Yeah,
it's crazy, but it's possible.
Yeah, it is.
You got to think Indy was just 1 player away from being favorited, and they just signed Jacoby Brissett to a pretty big deal, $30 million, I think it was, over 2 years.
Yep, like 15 a year.
All right, but say you don't like Cleveland. Okay, you think Cleveland is going to blow out Tennessee. Very possible. I think Cleveland's going to win. You could take out Tennessee and sub it with the Indy game. $10 gets you about $204. If I wrote that down correctly.
It's not a bad bet. It's not a bad bet.
Those are a little risky. They probably won't hit, but if they do, we're in the money, baby.
Nah, but it's not, though, because if you think about it, like, Joe, you picked the Colts to win. You picked the Steelers to win. You picked the Broncos to win. There, you're taking all money line bets.
Oh yeah,
I think so. I mean, that's not unreasonable. Honestly, Joe, I might throw 10 on it. I really might. I really might.
we could do it
I think
together.
we'll see it. Yeah, honestly, we should.
Also,
I think that's the deal.
Raj, you're ducking me. We got to bet together, dude. We did this. We
Yeah.
did this every week last year.
I think that's solid though. Wow. I mean, I'm charged. I'm picked the Chargers, but that does sound good, Joe. If 10 can get me 200 for those bets, I'm feeling pretty good about it. But Jacoby's really got to. I mean, come on, and this got to make. They got to figure out Joey Bosa.
But they wouldn't re-sign him for 2 years if they didn't
I
think he
know.
could do that.
I mean, he can. He's proved he's
And
done
they said
it.
they want to pay him
done
more. They
Yeah.
said they want to pay him more.
Yeah. And hey, you know what? We'll see, Joe. But I like it. I like it. So I think that you know we can talk about let's go to college. Let's go to college. Wrap it up. Go to college and wrap it up, Joe.
All right.
Talk
So that was the
little,
segment. You could bet on it.
Yeah. So we got our picks. We got our betting expertise from Joseph Hackett, and we'll go from there. So now, something that I got to talk about for whoever's still listening, if you're still listening, it's been pretty long. Why, Mario Cristobal? Why? Just let Justin Herbert be a first round, a top 10 pick, and throw the ball. This guy Bo Nix is this guy Davis Webb Nix. Okay, is really just no. He's good. I mean, if he wasn't playing Oregon, I would have been losing my mind saying this kid's the truth. He's
that was
a
great
freshman.
read, too,
like
that touchdown he threw.
Yeah, he threw a touchdown. He didn't even have to. He could have kicked the field goal, like won the game.
Yeah.
If he's my quarterback, and I'm an Auburn fan, I'm happy with him for the next 2 years, and then he'll leave if he plays that well. But in the second half, first half, he was god awful. He was 7 for 21 or 24 or something. Like he looked lost. Or the defense was insane. It was so good. It just can't be conservative. Offensively, they'll get back at it next week. We'll be all right. But yeah. Oh my God, Mario Cristobal, let the kid play. He's 6'6", 240. He can throw the ball a mile. Literally, so far, he can't throw a Hail Mary at the end of the game. Like, let him play football. He's getting smacked throwing touchdowns. Like, it is what it is.
He overshot that Hail Mary by
I mean, Joe, it was 10 yards out of the back of the end zone. This guy has a cannon, bro. He is the best quarterback in his class. Tua's cool, love Tua, but no, Justin Herbert is the guy you want. Smartest quarterback in college football. Best Fromm's pretty good, but him and Fromm are right, and then Lawrence is next year. But for this class, Herbert and Fromm are the guys. They're the guys.
Ooh. You don't like Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I still
don't like Jalen Hurts.
Joe, we'll see. He's got to show me honestly. Yeah,
I like Jalen Hurts.
What's the Ohio State boy son? Fields, Justin Fields, right? That's his name.
Yeah,
can't be. I'm not. Yeah, Fields he will have a better season than Jalen Hurts. Mark my word.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I know. I keep doubting Hurts, man. He scored 6 touchdowns.
You gotta think who's the head coach over there in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's the
Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, and they get things.
Past 2 years had a quarterback go first overall in the draft.
So, Joe, you want to talk on Notre Dame a little bit?
Yeah, Ian Book looked flustered, wet like a book.
Yeah, best Instagram, hands down, best Instagram of any quarterback in college football.
Oh, yeah. I like him when he throws the ball, when he's not running for his life, scared, petrified.
Yeah,
when he throws the ball. He has some accuracy issues.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah,
but
go ahead.
The velocity is like Baker Mayfield-esque. Like when you see Baker Mayfield, when you're starting to see it with Sam now, but when I first saw Baker Mayfield step into that Jets game and deliver a ball, and yeah, I watched him at Oklahoma, when he delivered that ball, that zip that Sam is just developing now, that's something Ian Book already has. He has arm talent. He's athletic. He shouldn't fumble twice in a game.
Yeah.
Didn't throw a pick, only threw one touchdown, ran one in. But when the pocket starts to close, his eyes come down and he wants to be a running back. There were times, and this is Louisville, Louisville's a small defense. Okay, if you looked at that defense, they were skinny. Their defensive ends look like corners, and he's flustered, and he goes to take off, which leads to him getting sacked. And there's a wide open receiver running an out route 10 yards down the field. That's worrisome. First half, awful. Second half, picked it up. After that fumble, where that actually happened. Louisville fumbled, Notre Dame fumbled, Louisville fumbled. Ian Book ran touchdown in before half. Settled down a little bit. Still a little flustered in the third quarter, but delivered a couple nice balls, helped them grab a commanding lead, win the game. They went down from number 9 ranked to number 8 ranked. So I think you got to, in all, given the situation with the first half, big victory for Notre Dame.
Yeah, and honestly, that Louisville team, like Joe was saying, it's not the greatest football team. Got some guys who you're looking at that are going to get
quarterback
drafted,
fumbles so much.
Yeah, well, he's pass. It's that offense is very strange, and I actually wrote that in the notes I took. Like they literally ran a play. It was like an outside like a zone read kind of situation, but they read the corner. Literally, the corner was the read to a receiver. It was bizarre. Like the things that these offense coordinators do with these mobile quarterbacks is crazy. But
it's different in college.
Yeah, no, it's you would never see that in NFL. I mean, literally, he's running. They slide the whole line. They have the running back and the fullback or the tight end really come out and kind of hook the end in the linebacker, and then read the corner. And if the corner comes up, then he'll throw it to the receiver. If the corner stays, then the pass takes off. But it's
They
it's
had some interesting play calls. You are right, because there was this one play call. It was, I don't know, one of their wide receivers used to play quarterback, and they ran this orbit. They motioned him over, orbit, then pitched it out to him. He made it look like kind of like what Odell did in that one touchdown pass to Saquon. He made it look like he was going to run the ball, took it, threw it. He missed the throw, but the kid was wide open down the right side of the field. Yeah. So it's stuff like that kind of scares you if you're a Notre Dame fan. But that was the play calling was very bizarre, and it wasn't like a regular orbit kind of wide receiver throws the ball. I'm trying to remember the play like off the top of my head, but it was a very odd play, but it was really cool.
So yeah, that's that's our thoughts on our favorite teams college wise. I guess we'll talk about that at the end a little bit, probably a little less now, than this week. But week 1 you're gonna talk about it. If there's a big game, probably talk about it more. But
can I say something about week 1 before we close up?
Yep.
Week 1 doesn't matter in the NCAA because 90% of the time it's a very, 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 very good football team paying a very, 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 very football team to get blown out 69-0. That's all I got to say about week 1 NCAA. I'm done.
Yeah, it's annoying seeing that, just seeing the guys, and they do beat up on the small schools. You get your occasional upset, you get one game. There's always like one game or one or two where it's like going to be competitive, closer. Like obviously the Oregon, Auburn.
Well, they have to. They have to have one.
Yeah, you got to have something that means something.
Just a bunch of blowouts.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. Oregon will be fine. There's 4 other ranked teams in the Pac-12 that they'll play. If they win, they win. They got a shot. But you literally have to win out. Like you can lose one game in college football against a decent team, and then after that, you have to win every other game to have a shot.
I don't think Oregon has to worry that much. They lost to a ranked team. What were they?
Yeah, and it was 11. They were 11. They were in Auburn was 16. I believe Auburn's 10 now, and Oregon's 16 now. So it'll be fine. You can play Washington State. They're all both in the teens. Stanford's in the 20s or something, and then Utah is in the teens. Washington State's in the 20s. But there's plenty of football left. And so we'll see what happens. But all right, and so that's gonna do it for the playbook. I'm your host Rob. You can find us, on Spotify. Crazy, I didn't even know that. That's so bad. I didn't know on Spotify.
And the podcast.
We're on Spotify.
On your iPhone.
Yes, and so at Sports Opinions Podcast. On Instagram at Sports Opinions 30. My Instagram is at REPJR. Follow Joey Sizz on SoundCloud. That's Joe's SoundCloud.
New shit dropping this week, dog.
Yeah. He's the intro.
I just cursed.
And
we allowed to do that?
we try to stray from it, but it's all good. It's all good.
Bleep it out.
Follow Joey Sis on SoundCloud. Alex edit that. We'll talk to you. But yeah, thanks for listening. Joe is at Joe Hackett _ on Instagram. Follow Sports Opinions on Twitter at Sports Opinions 30. Yeah, that's all we got. That is all we got. Thank you. We're gonna try to do this again next week or whatever. So you should listen. And if you made it to the end, of this podcast by some miracle, comment, because it's probably somebody I know. So comment on my last picture and tag Dapo. And because tag Dapo. If you're here, you probably know me because you're the only way you would still be listening an hour in.
David Questless
some way. Yeah, he probably does. David, if you're listening, whoever it is, tag Dapo in my last post. All right. Joe, you want to say anything else? You want to say anything, Joe?
RELAX coming out this week.
Oof, yeah, that's big. New hack.